In the world of the young and the restless, no one is immune to the emotional storms and conflicts that intertwine between family, love, and guilt. This time, Sharon Newman is at the center of the drama, as she confesses that she was the one who caused Heather's death and tried to frame Daniel. This confession not only turns Sharon's life upside down, but also forces her loved ones into difficult choices and tests their loyalty. Sharon knows that confessing her sins will not only affect her life, but could also cost her the man she loves most, Nick Newman. Nick has always been there for Sharon through tough times, but this time, will his love be strong enough to forgive? Sharon understands that Nick is not only her ex-husband, but also a devoted father who always tries to keep the peace in the family. Losing Nick is not only losing love, but also losing the only support in her tumultuous life. While Sharon worries about Nick's reaction, Summer Newman, the daughter of Nick and Phyllis Summers, feels resentment. She cannot understand why her father chose to side with Sharon, instead of protecting Phyllis, her biological mother. This creates a great distance between Summer and Nick, causing a rift in their close father-daughter relationship. Summer has endured too much, from loss, betrayal, to having to watch her father side with the woman she believes is the source of all the tragedy. Will love and forgiveness be enough to heal this gap? Or will Summer decide to cut ties with her father forever? No one is more affected by Sharon's confession than Daniel. Losing Heather has already plunged Daniel into a deep pit of despair, but being accused of murder makes him feel like he has lost everything. Sharon not only took away his lover, but also tried to frame him, turning his life into a never-ending series of tragedies. The pain doesn't stop there. Daniel also has to watch his daughter, Lucy, being pushed away to avoid the chaos. What's most heartbreaking is that Lucy doesn't even get a chance to say goodbye to her mother at the memorial service. All of this has created a fire of anger in Daniel, a fire that is directed at Sharon and Nick, who is still trying to protect her. For Phyllis Summers, things only get worse. As a mother, Phyllis not only has to deal with the pain of losing her son, but also witness the division of her family. Phyllis and Summer both feel betrayed by Nick, who should have been on their side but chose to protect Sharon. This increases the animosity not only between Phyllis and Sharon, but also between Phyllis and Nick. Phyllis used to be a strong woman, but this event could push her to the brink of a breakdown. Can she continue to fight to protect her children, or will she be drawn into a spiral of resentment and revenge? The incident will not only affect the father-daughter relationship, but will also complicate the bond between Summer Newman and Faith Newman. The half-sisters have always tried to stay away from their mother's troubles, but this time the situation is too much for them to ignore. Faith, who has always been on their mother's side, may clash with Summer, who has grown increasingly resentful of Sharon. The conflict between the sisters could create a gap that is difficult to mend, especially when both need comfort and understanding during this difficult time. The sisterly bond, which has been the only light in the family darkness, is at risk of being completely broken. Nick has always tried to play the role of peacemaker in the family, but this time, he may be pushed into a difficult position. He must deal with the resentment of Phyllis and the children while still trying to protect Sharon. Nick loves Sharon, but is that love strong enough to withstand the pressure from his family? Or will he have to make a decision that will haunt him forever? Nick and Summer's relationship, which is very close, could be seriously damaged. If Summer feels that her father chose Sharon over her, will she cut ties completely? This also leaves Nick with a headache as he has to balance his love for Sharon with his responsibility to his children. The story of Sharon, Nick, Summer, and the rest of the family is just beginning. Sharon's confession is the spark that ignites a series of conflicts, contradictions, and difficult choices. Can Sharon redeem herself? Can Nick keep the family he loves? And most importantly, can love, forgiveness, and family ties overcome resentment and hatred? In the world of the young and the restless, anything is possible. And it is these fateful turns that create the irresistible appeal of the film. Subscribe to the Yonder channel to update the latest news on our channel.